Shalom Yasharala. This your Ak Kadash Alahayim coming at you with another quick lesson. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Barakatah. Today's lesson is about Kanye West. Right now, this man is deceiving the whole world right now.
I sold my soul to the devil. I know it's a crappy deal. Lisa came with a few toys like a Happy Meal. I'm spaced out, dog. I be on that moon talk. I wonder if God asked Mike how to moonwalk.
And God is using me as a human being. As humbly as I could put it, he's using me to show off. Last year, I made $115 million and still ended up $35 million in debt. This year, I looked up and I just got $68 million returned to me on my tax returns.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 20, verse 9, and it reads this: There is a sinner that hath good success in evil things, and there is a gain that turneth to loss. Right, so there's a sinner that has good success in evil things. Just because it appears that you're having good success doing the works of the devil, but that gain that you get is going to turn to a loss because it's not of the Most High. You know?
And people say, oh, don't talk about these numbers. No, people need to hear someone that have been put into debt by the system talk about these kind of numbers now that they're in service to Christ.
So you think your awakening, your spiritual awakening is parts of
my success? Absolutely. He's showing off. He's just showing out.
Do you think?
Yeezy worth $3 billion. It's the #1 Google search brand in the world.
You're 68 years old?
Yeah, 68 years old. And really the reason why they imprisoned him is because he started doing positive for the community. He started showing that he actually had power, that he wasn't just one of a monolithic voice, but he could wrap people around. So there's theories that there's infinite amounts of universe and there's alternate universe. So it's very important for me to get Hoover out, because in an alternate universe, I am
This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1, and it reads this: Now the Spirit speaketh expressly, that in latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. Right, this multi-universe he talking about, that's doctrines of devils, man. That's science, you know. The red people hide God behind science. Kanye is he bugged out. He is bugged out completely.
And I have to go and get him free, because he was doing positive inside of Chicago, just like how I'm moving back to Chicago. And it's not just about, getting on stage and being an entertainer and having a monolithic voice that's forced to be a specific party. People expect that if you're black, you have to be Democrat. I've had conversations that basically said that welfare is the reason why a lot of black people end up being Democrat. They say, first of all, it's a limit to amount of jobs. So the fathers lose the jobs, and they say, we'll give you more money for having more kids in your home. And then we got rid of the mental health institutes in the 80s and the 90s, and the prison rates just shot up. And now you have Chirac, what people call Chirac, which is actually our murder rate is going down by 20% every year. I just talked to the superintendent, met with Michael Sachs, that's Rom's right-hand man. So I think it's the bravery that helps you beat this game called life. They tried to scare me to not wear this hat. My own friends, but this hat, it gives me power in a way. My dad and my mom separated, so I didn't have a lot of male energy in my home. And also, I'm married to a family that, not a lot of male energy going on. It's beautiful, though. But there's times where, it's something about, I love Hillary, I love everyone, right? But the campaign, I'm with her, just didn't make me feel as a guy that didn't get to see my dad all the time, like a guy that could play catch with his son. It was something about when I put this hat on, it made me feel like Superman. You made a Superman. That's my favorite superhero. And you made a Superman cape for me also as a guy that looks up to you, looks up to Rapper.
Okay, Kanye say he looks up to Esau Edom. He say Esau makes him feel like Superman, you know, when he put on the Make America Great Again cap. When was America ever great? When we was enslaved, that's when America was great. For the Edomites, you know what I'm saying? Not for us. America is still not great. America will be great when Yahweh Shem Yahweh come and destroy this place. That's when America will be great.
Bring manufacturing onshore, not even shore, into the core. It's not about the borders, the core of Adidas. And Chicago is the core of Middle America. We have to make Middle America strong. So I had the balls, because I had enough balls to put on this hat. I mean, this Adidas thing made me a billionaire. And I could have lost $200 million walking away from that deal. But even with that, I knew it was more important for me to take the chance of walking away from that deal than to have no fathers in Chicago with no homes. And when we do have prison reparation, because it's
Okay, so you got this bug out Kanye West saying that he loves Esau. Esau is his hero. He look up to Esau. You know, he sold his soul to the devil. He said God is blessing him with money, making him richer and richer and richer, when in fact it's the devil that's doing that, because he's deceiving the world. You know what I'm saying? And now this bug out having Sunday services where he do concerts, many concerts, play Jesus Walks, and talk about nothing. You know, Sunday is not the Shabbat. Sunday is not the Sabbath day. The seventh day is Saturday. The Sabbath is on Saturday, from Friday night sundown to Saturday sundown. Sunday, when you look at your calendar, is the first day of the week. Yahweh made the world in 7 days. You know, the first day is Sunday. The seventh day is Saturday, the Shabbat. That's the day he rested. That's the day we rest on. You know, the elites using Kanye to deceive the masses, to bring everybody to Esau. Jesus is king. No, Esau is his king.
Let's welcome Mr. Kanye West today. Awesome to have you.
in my lowest points, you know, God was there with me and sending me visions and inspiring me. And I remember sitting in the hospital at UCLA after having a mental breakdown, and there's documentations of me drawing a church and saying, start a church in the middle of Calabasas. So as I sat there saying, you know, I'm gonna make a gospel album, there were Christians that were there that were not, excuse me, brother, I go into these streams of consciousness when I'm talking, and when you're speaking in the middle of it, it distracts me. I really appreciate the support, but I would like for everybody to be completely silent so I can let God flow through me as I speak to you guys today.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 18, and it reads this: Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. This nigga prideful. Kanye West is a prideful person. He has a haughty spirit, meaning he have a cocky and a not so humble spirit. You know, he wants to be worshipped as Jesus. At the end of the day, that's his true goal and purpose. He wants people to worship him like he's Jesus.
And now the trend, the shift is going to change. Jesus has won the victory. Because now I told you about my arrogance and cockiness already. Now, the greatest artist that God has ever created is now working for him. Even for someone who's professing God and saying, this is going to be a gospel album, the devil's going to come and do everything he can to distract people from knowing how to fully be in service to the Lord. And all of that arrogance and confidence and cockiness that y'all seen me use before, God is now using for him. They are in the wrong, or that they are basking and living and capitalizing off of sin. We all have sin. It's another thing to just be selling drugs in the children's parking lot. There's a lot of people in the Christian community that try to give Joel a hard time because when you turn on the radio, he keeps on showing you how good God is.
That's so good. I love that. When you got Kanye defending you, you made it, man. All right, okay?
Man, Joel Osteen is the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of. He wouldn't even open up his mega church to the homeless when Hurricane Harvey hit. That man is evil. You know, he preaching prosperity gospel, you know, and he's a fake, he's a phony. You know, that's the devil that the Bible speaks of. And Kanye, he's entertaining still. He's still an entertainer at the end of the day. He's entertaining. He's not going to come into church bringing out any scriptures. He not really leading people to the truth about the Bible. You know what I'm saying? He's deceiving the masses. And he have a lot of people fooled. Okay, this is Kanye's opera, Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar was known as the king of Babylon. And he was also referred to as Lucifer in the Holy Scriptures.
Jesus is king.
Jesus King's trash. Yes.
No, man. I thought we scaled back from that, man.
No, I love Kanye. I want to be clear. I love him as a person, and I don't like his Trump support.
Right.
But this is what
a lot of people
this is what I thought. I thought he was going to do this to erase us.
Sunday services are fire.
That's fire.
Yeah, you can't.
And the fact he got clips on the album is fire. The fact that
Malice
record is
and-
actually
no Malice
not
and
good
Pusha.
is actually wow. How the fuck you got clips on a record that's not good? That Jesus is mad at this nigga right now. I'm just telling you right now.
Yo, the album is dope. I don't know
Jesus
what you're
is
listening
king?
to, man.
Kanye, no,
I
Jesus
love you.
texted me. I'm telling you. And he said this. I didn't co-sign this shit.
We gonna move on.
All right,
that.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, Kanye worshiping Esau. He worshiping the spiritual demon Satan, the false image of Christ, and he's guiding and misleading a lot of people by the masses. Esau is his king. Let me give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. It's H.O.I to the chariots fly. Shalom, Yasharallah.